Morning. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please be seated on your comfortable seats as we're about to begin. First, I would like to seek your cooperation in completing this webinar. Kindly switch your microphones off. So please don't forget to switch your microphones off to avoid interruption. And if you are told to participate, then that's the time that you're going to open your microphones. So thank you so much for your cooperation and attention. To our SDS, Delberto Elo Plinaria, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Rosemary T. Masesor, our SJOD Chief, Dr. Maria Carmela T. Ablin, our CID Chief, Dr. Maria Eva S. Edon, our Administrative Officer Armando V. Pasok, Section Heads, participants to this webinar, a pleasant morning to everyone. I am Jennifer R. Intong, and it's my pleasure to be your host today. I hope you participants will learn a lot today. So we have lined up activities for you to be fruitful and engaging. So may I invite everyone to invoke the Almighty. Please stand for the prayer and Makabayan song.
One day I'll hear the laugh of children in a world where war has been banned. One day I'll see men of all colors sharing words of love and yes, I believe. I believe in the peace of all nations to join together for love. I believe in a world where light will guide us and giving alone will make heaven on earth. I believe we'll make heaven on Ako ay Pilipino, ang dugo'y maharlika. Likas sa aking puso at hikain kay ganda. Sa Pilipinas na aking bayan, lantay na perlas ng silanganan, wari na dito ng kayamanan ng may kapal. mabuti lang laan sa aking katutubo ang maging mapagmahal. Ako ay Pilipino. Ako ay Pilipino. Isang bansa, isang diwa ang minimithi ko. Sa bayan ko't bandila, laan buhay ko't diwa. Ako ay Pilipino, Pilipinong totoo. Ako ay Pilipino, ako ay Pilipino. Taas noo kahit kanino, ang Pilipino ay ako.
Okay, once again, good morning everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on school sports blended activities in the new normal education system. So before we get started, I'd like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's event. So you will have the opportunity to submit your questions to today's presenter by typing your questions into the question pane on our chat box. So you may send in your questions there anytime during the presentation. So we will collect this and address them during the question and answer portion or session at the end of our first presenter. So without much further ado, I will give to you our Project Development Officer, Miss Alba Joy Mugot, together with Miss Dimple Cabases to have the attendance check.
Wala. Ma'am Jen, can you hear me?
Yes, Ma'am Joy.
For the attendance, kindly check the chat box. I have already posted there the Google link for the attendance, and it will be the basis for the certificate of participation. Thank you, Ma'am Jen.
Jen.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, I'm at home.
Long time no see.
Yeah, I'm at home, working at home.
Yeah.
My schedule is working on site. The office is MWF, and today is TTH. No, so it's my work. So good morning, Jen. How are you?
I'm very fine, sir.
Also
And
busy
hope you
with our
also.
concerns, no, with our professional development. And we are working with the different programs and courses for our teachers and school heads, no? Because we are almost facing the last quarter of the year, no? So we need to exhaust our funds, our sources. Otherwise, we will be caught with unutilized fund, no? So that would affect our performance. All right, so good morning to our friends from the Division of Lanao del Norte. Of course, to our my good friend, Superintendent, no, Sir Eddie. Also, my friend, my ASDS, Ma'am Rose Masesar. Kanigin ang kwan, kanigin nga friend. The SGO, the chief of Lanao del Norte. Dugay na kayo nga friend, pila na ni Kaanyo. Chief Maricar, no, Bleanded. And to the CID, also my friend, Chief Eva, my direct counterpart, no, in terms of sports, no, and sports raman lin ba? Dr. Arlene Manginsay, and then my counterpart on human resource, uh, Jennifer Intong. So to all of you, good morning, and today is September 9, no? September 9. And yesterday was the birthday of Mama Mary, di ba? So, Cagayan de Oro's status here in terms of COVID, we are still MECQ. It's been a long time that we are under MECQ. So, we are experiencing this quarantine status since June. Up to now, we are still MECQ. And the cases here is still, no, I think not improving, because if we want to say improving, there would be lesser cases, but the number of cases still doesn't did not go down, no. So ano pa rin, and then Delta is also threatening us here in Cagayan de Oro. Okay, so I think that's all, no. So my task this morning is to present, no, the upcoming activity of the department. Okay? So, can I share my screen? Pwede ko ka-share?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, good morning pala to our participants online, no? Our coaches, our, I think, MABI teachers, school heads, no? On board. Okay, so let me, where is the, this is my, MS Team ba? I used to, I preferred kasi Google Meet, but anyway, let me check if I have my, okay, wait. Okay, teka. Wait. Let me open first my, yeah, it's open already. Let's see. Slide. What is it? How's my computer? Okay. Upload. Okay. Naana ba? Naana ba akong kuhaan din na? Wala. Not yet pa, Jen?
Wala pa, sir.
I think siya heavy man siguro ni nga I'm going to use the PowerPoint presentation of Maribig Tulito from Central Office. Ano na lang ka ha, I'm going to share it to you, Jen, no, sa Messenger, pwede?
I-try lang daw og send, sir, then ako lang pong i-forward ni Sir Flor para sila may mag-control ito sa IT officer.
Okay, please. Okay, marang heavy man yung files yun siguro. Wait,
Excuse me, Ma'am Jen. Sakuha na lang, Ma'am Jen.
Okay. Sige, Ma'am Joy.
Thank you.
Okay, it's forwarded already.
Okay,
Jen?
sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Received it already, sir. For a while, sir, ha.
So it's sports skills contest. I think you are uh, aware of this activity of DepEd on the
Sent
virtual.
already, Ma'am Joy.
Actually, the title is DepEd Sports Skills Competition, no? DepEd Sports Skill Competition. Have you seen that already, Jen?
Yes, sir. For a while, sir, I'm going to present na.
Okay, for a while, sir. Okay, sir, it's already ready.
Okay. So that's the first slide. Okay. Sige, so this is now the, I think one of the major activities, no, in terms of sports on the Department of Education. Okay. And we issued already, relative to this, we already issued a regional memorandum. No? So I'm going to wait. Okay, so DepEd issued a memo, a numbered memorandum of the Office of the Undersecretary, dated August 9, no, through Undersecretary Elaine Pasqua, and the title of the memorandum is the first Department of Education DepEd Sports Skills Demonstration Contest, no? And again, we issued a regional memo. It's regional memo 503. No, it's already uploaded in our website. Okay. So next slide, please. All right. So what is the contest? So this contest is a virtual sports skills and talent demonstration contest, no, for student athletes age 16 to 18, no? So I think this is applicable for senior high school because the age falls on the senior high school level. So age 16 to 18 years old, who possess exemplary skills. Therefore, these are already athletes, no? So we're talking athletes, no? And I think they have participated before in our regional meet, no? Kay mga kuan na ni sila, mga nanagyo mga skills in their respective sports. So the participants will showcase their choreographed routine. So naiiba ito, no? They are going to showcase their choreographed routine of artistic, acrobatic, warm-up exercises, and necessary sports skills movements accompanied by a music of their choice. Siguro nakakita naman siguro mo og Pinoy Got Talent before nga in a group nag-demonstrate sila og usa ka skill, probably in sports, and then dunay choreography and music. So inana ang labas, not necessarily nga magdula sila, no? Okay, because ibawalan pa man ta nga magdula because naamang gyud contacts kung magnaay game, no? So its primary objective is to provide student athletes an opportunity, an alternative. This is an alternative venue to showcase their athletic talents in the absence of an organized school-based tournament due to effects of nationwide COVID-19 pandemic. So last year we did not conduct. There was no sports tournament, no? Even virtual. It's only now that DepEd push this that there will be an activity in sports because we know that our athletes are frozen, no, for quite some time, no, wala gid sila nagamit ang ilahang ilang talent because there's absence of division meet and regional meet and palarong pambansa. So this is an alternative, no? Alternative venue again to showcase their athletic talents, no? In the absence of structured school sports competition. Okay, so next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. So, general information about this sports skills demo contest. Number one, the sports skills and talent demonstration contest shall be known as Depedldn Sports Skill Demonstration Contest. So do not be confused, no nga. Demo sports na siya, no? It's not actually demo sports. Demo sports katong mga sports nga wala pa mahimong regular. But this is a contest to demonstrate, to exhibit, no? Okay? To exhibit and to show the skills in sports. Nga giubanan og mga choreography and music. So the contest shall be open to public high schools only, no? Presently having a varsity team o doon ay mga existing mga team in schools whose athletes are 16 to 18 years old and currently enrolled in the calendar year 2021-2022. Okay? So participants to the contest shall be a group comprising a minimum of 6 and a maximum of 12 members. So in a group, minimum of 6 and a maximum of 12 members. So the contest shall commence with a regional competition. So we have already issued a memo. And let's see of the date because we have put there October 10, no, for the regional competition because we base it on the timeline given based on the memo, no, sent to us from central office. So the contest shall commence with a regional competition in which the 17 regional champions will compete as qualifiers to the national finals. So only one group of winners will be sent to the national level. Okay, number 5, next slide please. So the national finals shall be managed and supervised by the Depedldn Central Office. So sila gid ang mag-manage through the Bureau of Learner Support Services School Sports or the BLSS SSD. While the regional competition shall be administered by the regional office through the Education Support Services spearheaded by the officer in charge of sports or the designated person duly authorized by the regional director. So, of course, during the regional competition, we will manage the conduct. No, this is a virtual recorded competition. So to comply with the restrictions set by the IATF, kay naaman tay protocols nga ginasunod, particularly in the conduct of various sports activities. So the contest shall be conducted virtually. So this is a virtual competition. There would be 2 participating groups, no, shall submit a record entry of their performance based on the requirements set in the guidelines for the submission of entries. So there would be 2 participating groups or schools coming from the division of Lanao del Norte. So duha lang per division. Okay? So kung asa man ka na nga school, so it has to be known first, no? Wala pa man ta kay balo because you're going to have also your competition in the division. Okay? So that's it. Next slide. So number 7, SGOD, no? To the leadership of the Chief Maricar Ablin of the respective SDO is primary responsible in identifying and selecting participating student athletes from at most 2 public secondary schools, no, under its jurisdiction that would be in the best position to form, prepare, and train a group and exhibit the sports skills talent demonstration piece. Okay? And number 8, so the SDO is allowed to enter or field a maximum of 2, pwede isa, pero sayang po kung dili i-maximize. So we expect 2 groups or 2 schools from the Division of Lanao del Norte that will showcase distinct sports performances to the regional competition. So as an example, the first team may exhibit taekwondo skills while the other team may exhibit basketball dribbling skills. So daghan ni siya makita sa YouTube. So if you explore in YouTube, makita ninyo ni nga mga talents, no? Okay? So next slide for number 9. Okay. So number 9, the SGOD-SDO shall observe at all times the prevailing risk level classification of its locality. So lain-lain man ta og classification on the what's this pandemic, no? For example, in Cagayan de Oro, it's MECQ. So I think SGOD of CDO should follow the protocols, no? What is expected to do under MECQ. Okay, but I think ang Lana is GCQ or MGCQ. Okay, so again, so the SGOD SDO shall observe at all times the prevailing risk level classification, no, of its locality and the guidelines being enforced in accordance with latest omnibus guidelines on the implementation of the community quarantine in the Philippines, so as to be properly guided on the decision and course of action to be undertaken in managing the team delegation on its conduct of activities such as meeting, training, rehearsal, taping, and among others. So it cannot be avoided nga naamang ginay training, but pwede po nga ang mga bata in terms sa ilang mga training, pwede ra po sa nga mag-virtual. And then on the recording, diha na dayon sila magkita. Okay? The decision of the judges are final. No, protest shall not be entertained, and prizes shall be awarded to the winners of the regional qualifying contest as well as in the national finals. Okay? Next slide. So this is the proposed schedule or timeline of activities. No, so for the national, no, sa national. Ang national level it is expected that they will conduct the national finals on the third week of November. And then the submission of entries from the regional qualifiers is expected na isubmit siya on the fourth week of October. And then the regional contest is set on the fourth week of September to the second week of October 2021. So again, we already issued a memo that regarding this, no, as to when is the schedule for the conduct of the regional level competition. Okay, so that's it. And the next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. So guidelines on the conduct of Deped sports, can we go back to the prior to this? That's number 1. That's number 2. Okay. So this is now the guidelines on the conduct of the Deped sports skills demonstration contest. So what is the eligibility? Nabalik naman that the contest is open to all secondary public schools with existing varsity team or school sports club and must have an experience in participating to any sports tournament or contest. So the participating student athletes must be 16 to 18, tapos na to prior to the national finals, and must be physically in good condition. So participating team members are required to submit a medical certificate or clearance and must secure a parental guardian or consent. So I think dili na siya mag-require og NSO or what's that, PSA. According to central office, it will be certified by the school principal. No, so si school principal maoy mag-certify. So participating team, and again, this is by school. No, by school ni siya. It's not, the team should not be composed coming from the different schools, but it has to emanate from one school only. Okay, so Again, participating team members are required to submit a medical certificate or clearance, and of course, uh, secure a parental consent. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide, please. Jen, next slide. All right. Okay. So, in terms on the composition of the contingent or delegation, so the SDO may field a maximum of 2 teams. So, teams shall come from the 2 different public schools. The team shall carry the name of the school. So, naagid ang pangalan sa school, and then kana dayong gitawag na ito og kanang school ID number, no? Para ano gid nga maugid na sila. A team shall have a minimum of 6 but not exceed to 12 members. So the team may comprise pwede all male or all female or a combination of both genders. Okay? So that's it. Pwede all male, pwede all female, o pwede pod combination. Okay? Sige. Next slide. Next slide, please. All right. So the team shall compose of the following members. So the head of the delegation is the DSO representative, the team manager or the school head or principal. Ang coach trainer is the teacher coach of the school. Ang choreographer to be assigned. We also have the medical staff, participating team, the minimum of 6 and maximum of 12 athletes, and admin support staff coming from the selected school personnel. So this is the composition of the team delegation sa isa ka school, di ba? Okay, so next slide. All right. So contest proper, the contest format is this. So in compliance with the IATF rules prohibiting the conduct of social gatherings and face-to-face activities, so the administration of the regional contest and national finals shall be via the online modality, no? So is the recorded man, so we're going to have virtually. So we will see the competition through online. So the regional contest, Depedldn regional office organizing technical working committee shall be given full discretion and to the contest format. So it will adapt depending on the numbers of entries submitted. So for regions with a voluminous number of entries, okay, particularly those consisting of many SDO, kung daghan gyud nga gusto mo appeal, so it may conduct a qualifying or elimination round prior to the regional finals of each regional contest. So ang amo ra gyud dawaton from the magpili na lang yun ang division of the best 2, no? The best 2 entries so duharay isubmit sa region. So the winner of the regional contest shall be automatically declared as finalist to the national finals. Now, ang national finals, the format of the national finals shall be a single round performance of all the regional finalists. So 17 assuming all regions participated. So which will be judged by 5 members. So there would be 5 members of the Board of Judges based on the criteria set in this guideline. So the region with the performance of sports skills shall be declared champion, while there would be also runners-up up to 4th place. So 5 atong pilion, no? First runner-up, second, third, fourth, and of course, the champion. Okay? Next slide. Next slide, please. Letter B. Next slide, Jen. Okay, letter B. So number 1, entries containing the performances of teams shall be recorded. So recorded, ragid ang among dawaton. So performances shall be done within 2 to 3 minutes. So within 2 to 3 minutes, so the minimum is 2 and the maximum of 3 minutes time limit. So performances shall be accompanied by any genre of music or any musical instrument of choice as background. Lain man kay mag-perform og sports skills with choreography nga walay music, no? So it's nice to perform that with music. So wearing of appropriate attire, uniform costume is encouraged. Use of stage props or any paraphernalia and or apparatus shall be allowed provided that it will not cause any harm or accident during the performance. Stunts and other forms of acrobatics such as pyramids, lifts, throws, among others that will cause any harm or accident during the performance are highly discouraged. So dili pwede, no? Na naay mga stunts or any forms of acrobatics. Right? So next slide. Next slide, please. Letter C. Okay. So the venue. So the school gym or stage or any venue or hall that has a space has a space wide enough and free from any protruding objects and posing no danger may be utilized by the participating teams as their venue for training or rehearsals and actual shooting or recording of their entry. So the venue shall comply with the existing guidelines on the current risk level category being enforced by its local IATF. So the size of the performing stage floor or the area of performance is 10 meters by 10 meters. So inana kaluagon ang area kung siguro kung naapoy rubber mats, mas maipod to ng rubber mats, no, para gwapo ang confident ang bata when they perform in the rubber mats. Pwede na po dili rubber mats, pero it's nice to have rubber mats. So again, that's the size of the performing floor or area. Next, the floor surface must be smooth and without protruding objects. And if possible, it must be covered with any material that would be safe for the athletes to perform their movement, such as puzzle mats or wrestling mats. So, muna kong ingon ka ganina. Venue lighting system should be sufficient to support the production of a high-resolution video of the performance that will clearly exhibit the routine or movement of the team. So, pwede siya sugaan kung ngit-ngit ang area. A uniform layout design shall be used by all participating teams as its venue backdrop. So the design shall be provided by the organizing technical working committee. So kung dunay regional contest na ibutang sa likod or tarpaulin, so ang management na ana, no, whether it's a division mo'y magbutang. Okay? All right. Next slide, please. Okay, next slide. All right. So, for judging, it is recommended that the Board of Judges be composed of personalities with varying competencies or field of interest, such as journalists. So, we will look for a journalist, dance practitioner, artist, no? Showbiz personality, well-known private individuals, government officials, or professional athletes, among others. So, pwede na siya nga mukuha ta og mga judges coming from that different field of discipline. For the regional contest, there shall be board of judges composed of 5 members. So, 1 member shall be appointed by the regional office as the head of the board of judges. For the national finals, there shall be 5 members of the Board of Judges with 1 member designated as head of the Board of Judges. Okay? So all entries shall be evaluated using an online scoring system to be developed by the organizing technical working committee. So prior to the start of the contest, a drawing lot shall be conducted to determine the order of the presentation of the video recorded performance of the participating team. So, dunay drawing of lahat kung kinsay may mauna. Right? So, next slide. Next slide, please. So each judge shall independently record his/her on every performance. So judges' score shall then be forwarded to the head of the Board of Judges for his validation of the final score earned. Okay, so that's it. And then thereafter, scores of the performing team shall be displayed on the screen. So dunay, after the performance, the composite score will be flash on the screen. So the team that earned the highest score shall be declared the champion. And if there should be a tie in the scores, the Board of Judges shall convene in a separate conference room to review the entries if necessary and discuss, deliberate, and come up with a collegial decision and determine the winner. Next slide. Okay, so this is the criteria for judging. So ang criteria, so we have four, it composed of four. First is the mastery and expression of the sports skills talent. So this includes proper execution of the skills, demonstration of strength, power, and balance, exudes confidence and easiness, difficulty of the technique, precision and accuracy, that's 40 points. And then another part of the criteria is the artistic execution and synchronization of movement. That's 30% or 30 points, which includes fluidity and gracefulness of execution, aesthetic expression, and harmony of movement. Then next is choreography. That's 20 points, which includes creativity, originality, routine staging. And overall impact of the performance is 10 points. That includes showmanship, synergy, composure, stage presence, and focus. Next slide. Next slide, please. So there would be, of course, prizes given away. So these are the awards and prizes. For the regional winner, the champion will receive 25,000 pesos. The first runner-up is 20. The second runner-up is 50. And the third runner-up is 10. Then for the national level, champions will receive 75,000. 60,000. Second up is 45,000. Third runner-up is 30,000. Fourth runner-up is 25,000. And consolation prize of all the regional participants with 5,000 pesos. No? That's the consolation prize. All right. So next slide. So submission of entries. No. So I already made mention on this. The Depedldn Regional ESSD shall submit its winning entry to the BLSS SSD National Organizer 1 week prior to the actual schedule of the national finals, tentatively set on the second week of November 2021. Okay, so be noted of those schedules. No, now this is regarding on the COVID-19 risk mitigating measures. So in compliance with Deped Order number 14, 2020, so entitled Guidelines on the Required Health Standards in Basic Education Offices and Schools, the SDO shall observe the COVID-19 risk mitigating measures during participating schools training, rehearsals, and shooting of teams' performance. So the SDOs and the participating team should be aware of the current policies and guidelines on community quarantine being enforced by their local government unit. And participants shall be reminded at all times to observe the minimum health standards and safety protocols. Next slide. So the technical guidelines on the conduct of the Deped Sports Skills Demonstration Contest. I think some of these already mentioned, so that's already Q&A. So doon na may mga pangutana. Do you have any questions regarding the guidelines set by the central office? May mga questions?
Hello sir, good morning. Dan ini sir.
Ay, yes, Dan. Kumusta, Dan?
Ah, okay lang sir. Now sir,
Yes,
regarding the
Dan.
time allotment na 2 to 3 minutes, is there a deduction of points or perhaps a disqualification if ever it is short or exceeded of the time allotment?
I think so there would be siguro doon na lang siguro based on the Q&A kaya na may mga Q&A no. Actually central office receive a lot of questions no sa when they presented this guidelines. So I think they would also consider those suggestions regarding the time element of the performance. Pero I think 3 minutes is enough no to showcase a skill. And below 2, ang below 2 po, saan na po makuha na to? Ano? O tayo makuha kaya na, di na to makita ang pinaka-highlights sa talent, no? Kay mura man ni siya og kanang talentadong Pinoy, di ba? Kung nakakita mo atong program, so ingon ana ang iyang style. So mo shoot lang gid siya og 2 to 3 minutes. I think pag-record ana naka-plaster na siguro ang mga athletes no when they are going to showcase their skills.
Okay,
I think
thank you.
there would be deduction siguro. I'm pretty sure that there will be deduction kay of course judges will stick to the guidelines, to the rules no of the contest. Kay naa naman tayo rule, so we need to follow the rule.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sige Dan. So amping diha Dan. Okay, who else who wants to ask? Na ba may pangutana? Okay. You can secure a copy of the guidelines, no? It is already posted in our website, Deped Region 10, depedr10.com. So you can access a copy of the guidelines of the contest. So it's Regional Memorandum Number 503, Series 2021, and there is an attachment. That attachment is of course the guidelines, no? So pwede ninyo na and then I can also leave na naman mo'y copy of the guidelines katong i-present na ako karon. You can also use this as your reference. Okay, naa pa ba'y pangutana? Jen?
Sir?
Wala na yung pangutana. Because nalang sa rin ko i-plug, no? Doon ako i-plug mga sports activities, no? So, I think ako lang i-try kung kung maka-share ko. Pwede i-stop ang sharing of screen.
Okay na, sir.
Okay, I'll try mine. Ako sa i-try ang ako kung ko.
Sir Raymond, you are muted, sir. Kindly turn on your microphone.
Okay, can you see my screen na?
Nato ganina sir, na nawala man.
Ay, nawala na po. Okay, sige. I'll try again. Hindi na ako makita diri ang sharing. Wala diha, Jen. Di makita.
Sir, naka-share na ka. I-locate lang po yung file. Ito yung PowerPoint.
Nana?
Wala siya. Sige daw sir, i-click daw na nga.
Nana? Nakita na?
Naay lang sapaw sir.
Ay,
Kana
okay.
sir. Kana sir, okay na sir.
Okay na na?
Kita na namo.
Sige, okay. So I'm going to share the activities, no? Mga activities related to sports. Okay, so first is there would be 4-day, this is a free, no? 4-day online national futsal basic coaching course. So this is for the coaches on futsal, okay? So
Sir,
we will
excuse
be-
me. Sir
Yes.
Raymond. Sir,
Yes,
pwede
Jen.
niyo mo ma-slide show kay mura gamay ra ang kuan ang
okay.
iyang screen. Okay,
What about
thank you,
that?
sir.
Okay na? Okay na?
Okay na, sir.
Okay. So again, there would be a free 4-day online national futsal basic coaching course. That would be on October 7, 8, 14, and 15 via Zoom. Okay. So we will be asking names from Ma'am Arlene Manginsay, no? So please submit participants, teacher, coaches on futsal, no? So target participants are existing and aspiring futsal coaches. Next is there will be national virtual orientation on the use of Depedldn sports manual for sports managers and officers. So for school heads, the schedule is on September 30, no? School heads or sports club coordinators. So sa kada school na ay duha nga moapil ani nga virtual orientation. Okay? And then October 1, that schedule is for the regional and division school sports officers. Next is nakasubmit na mo, you have already submitted too, but to inform you that there would be a national virtual training on sports skills. So kanita duha-duha lang ni ang adlaw. For example, Arnie 6 and 7, tapos 8 and 9 ana, no? So dili siya ingon nga 6 to 21. So per event there is a assigned schedule, no? For Arnie's basketball, badminton, dance sports, and futsal. Okay, and then other related activities. So wala pa man ni, I think on planning pa ni kaning Milo nga palarong pambahay, similar to what we'll be doing kaning atong Depedldn sports skill competition. Then katong Milo Champion Habit Program, so dunay mga modules nga ipang distribute, I think mga soft copy, no, as a supplemental materials for our MAPE instruction. I think that's all for my input, no? I think napabay mga pangutana.
Sir Raymond, good morning. Sir,
Yes.
ato ang sports hero, sir, karong Friday.
Yes, I forgot. Yeah.
Oh, gamay
Yeah.
para sa register, sir. Please lang ko, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you for reminding that, no? I'm going to share the wait lang sa pwede na ko i-share ang kuan. Teka ha. Wait. Okay, so this is tomorrow. If you remember, nabita tayo sports hero sa atong palaro, no? Nag-start ng sports heroes in Davao during the 2019 Palarong Pambansa. And since there's no Palarong Pambansa, no, last year and this year, pero ano lang, it's more on virtual. So there would be a sports heroes virtual, no? To inspire our what's this? Our coaches, our athletes, no? Okay. So, okay, wait.
And Sir Raymond, sir, i-stop
Yes.
sharing sa itong imong previews para makashare na po ka sa imong next nga presentation.
Okay. So, wala na?
Nawa na sir. I-present na po ito imong bago sir.
Yes, yes. Okay. Asa ko ba ito nakita? Wait lang. Okay. Sige. Pwede ikaw mag-present, Jen. I'll just send the memo. I-send lang na ako itong memo, ha?
Okay sir.
Okay, Jen, ako nang na-send. I already sent the memo. Kindly share that on screen, please. Jean, kindly share the memo.
Okay sir, for a while sir ha. Ma'am Joy. Ma'am Joy, I have already
Yes.
forwarded you the memo, Ma'am Joy.
Yes, Ma'am Jen, for a while. Ma'am Jen, nakita na ninyo?
Okay, it's here na. Sige. So there are two, duha ni siya ka,
Ma'am
ano,
Joy.
yeah, 2 pages memo ni siya, Joy, no? So let's have the first page muna. So this is, the subject is about Pinoy sports heroes, the ultimate balik eskwela with sports icon with Filipino athletes of the Tokyo Olympics. So this is also in line with the balik eskwela. No? At the same time, similar to the activity in Palarong Pambansa, ano na yung mga sports heroes to inspire our athletes. So sports play a vital role in the development of our nation's youth, not only on the physical aspect, but in their overall character building as well. So it is imperative that the youth look up to the people who have achieved success in sports and emulate the good characteristics they possess. So in this connection, the Office of the Undersecretary for Administration through the School Sports Division and Youth Formation Division of the Bureau of Learner Support Services will conduct Pinoy Sports Heroes, the ultimate Balik Eskwela Sports Con, no? With the Filipino Olympians of the recently concluded Tokyo Olympics, no? And this is going to be on September 10 from 1:30 to 4 o'clock, no? So you will hear Hidiling Diaz, who else? Si Peticio, of course, Carlo Paalam from Cagayan de Oro. And you know what? Carlo Paalam made a courtesy visit in our office last Friday, and we tendered a Heroes Welcome program for him. No, so it was a very meaningful program, no, that we gave to Carlo Paalam. So you will see them virtually, and so this event will be on September 10 via the following Facebook pages. So, pero you need to register. Asa man mo mag-register. Okay? So, asa mag-register? Page 2, please. Okay. So, you will register, di kayo maklaro, no? At www. Ako na lang siguro i-forward ang para makita ang wait. Jen, akong gi forward ang So this is it, no? Okay, klaro na siya. So the objectives of this event are the following, no? At of course, to inspire everyone and who will watch or witness this sports heroes. So the expected participants of this event are MAPI teachers, master teachers, coaches, officiating officials, tournament managers, and sports coordinators. Ang MAPI students ipalantaw po ani in both elementary and high school with internet connectivity, no? And then ang mga barkada kontra droga, Youth for Environment in Schools organization members, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, coordinators, division and regional sports and youth formation coordinators, the SPG and SSG officers and members, and all aspiring athletes. So you will register on this on www.blssyfd.weebly.com not later than September 9. So karon lang yun, no? So karon mo magpa-register. So you may open after this, pwede na mo mag-register. And please share this link to everyone katong na-mention. Now, na ako'y gisend nga para dali na kayo Jen.
Katong link, sir.
Yes, para dito na lang i-click nila.
Okay, sir. Forwarded already, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, kindly display that. Ato na lang yung open, no? Joy?
Sir, ako i-share ako screen para makita nila.
Hello, Sir Raymond. Good morning.
Joy, please katong akong i-share nga link paki-display sa screen.
Sir Raymond, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Sir, nalang ko'y pangutana. Ang participants ani nga sports competition is only applicable for secondary students?
Yes, 16 to 18. Kaya nga the logic is this. Skills naman gud siya. Skills na siya. And then kung i-appeal mo ang elementary, mas kuyaw ang elementary, no? Kay medyo tapos sudluan pa nimo, so it takes time. While kaning 16 to 18 na sila skill, and I think this is their last phase na in participating sports, kaya they're about to graduate na, di ba? The basic education.
Yes.
So meaning dili na kay nimo sila tudloan, ang imo na lang is choreography. Kaya na naman sa ilang skills.
Okay, sir. Kaya naman good may mga bata nga kabalo mag-basketball. So, nangutana lang ko, sir, ato.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Joy, please open this kaning para makita nila. Can we open this link?
Okay, sir. Okay. Ma'am Chair, makita na ninyo akong screen? So, I'm going to type the website pa.
Hi, Joy.
Okay. So, mani siya ang site.
Pwede siya ma-open.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So mao ni siya. This is the registration na. So you're going to open that link and then you go to registration. Kani registration, kindly link the registration. Okay. And then click the activity. So the activity is Pinoy Sports Hero. So click that. Paki-click, Joy.
Sir, manarap ako kasi you have already responded, sir, since na mag-google.
Sige. So muna mo gawa, so diha mo register, no? For those who have not registered yet. So again, please share sa tanan para mudagan ang atong because RD Art would want to have more participants coming from Region 10 because Central Office is also counting our participation. In fact, they will be sending numbers of participants by region. Kung makita ang gamay ra na mag-uulta, no? Kay gamay ra ang So, we want to ensure that everyone, kung pwede pa lang, tanang teachers, tanang estudyante, pa-appeal para mudaghan ang atong number.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why ako ni pa-appeal gid, sir. Kay at present, there are only 213 registered from Lanao del Norte. So,
ipaabot ng libo, Len.
Saan kaya the appeal ang tanang teachers?
Tanang teachers, tanang students, kung pwede ma-appeal na naay mga Okay. Sige, so I think wala na question kay mo nikaon ako og time.
Okay, so participants, everything is clear. So I guess, Sir Raymond, there is no more questions from our participants. So I would like to say thank you very much, sir, for your time and for imparting to us your knowledge and those informations you shared to us. So, Ma'am Arlene, you want to add something?
Yes, Sir Raymond, thank you so much for joining us. Igidi kuan si Sir Raymond, basta ako na yung mukhang niyo, kami ni Chief. Ang mukhang niyo.
Last year, maugyapon to, karon na sa...
Yes, sir.
So,
salamat po, sir.
Yearly ginino nga basta na ay mga activities, sports activities ang lanaw na agid ko. Kung wala pa rin COVID na naana ako diha. Naana ta sa MCC.
Yes, sir.
Close na MCC, sir. Temporarily closed.
Okay. As in. Sige, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Jen, no?
Bye,
for
sir.
having me.
Keep safe.
Yes, everyone, and keep safe too. Okay. Sige. Magkita na tapuhon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mutawag na ko nimo this afternoon, sir.
Okay, so this time to discuss to us the Deped sports skills demonstration, I would like to give you our education program supervisor, Ms. Jody, and our division sports coordinator. Help me in welcoming Dr. Arlene D. Mainsay. Ma'am Arlene, good morning.
Good morning, Ken. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad that at present, kaganina mo raman to 80 ang teams, yung nagkuhan na lang 50 plus. But anyway, thank you for joining. And again, I would like to reiterate those who are present here na please forward the link for the registration sa atong sports heroes. Kay again, this time 200 plus pa ang naka-register from Lanao del Norte. So please forward the link for the registration to all teachers and including your athletes, your students to join that activity tomorrow. So please let them register. And another, yesterday we successfully launched the Nestle Wellness Campus program in our division for the school year 2021-2022. And I would like to ask everyone that this is another program aside sa sports, unya na lang dahil ang sports, atong hisgutan. Balik sa wellness kay yesterday, in the afternoon, magunta ni nato himuon, but since we had our mancom, so we're going to do it karon lang, today. So, Ma'am Joy, I would like to ask to share katong sa wellness nga presentation. Ma'am Joy.
Morning, ma'am. Green ako. Green ako.
Ma'am, can you see the presentation na in your screen?
Okay, sige. Nana, Miss Joy. Slideshow, Dai. Ma'am Joy, slideshow, please. Okay, next slide. So this is very important also because we will be using this. I would like to request everyone, school heads in attendance here in our LS teams and in the YouTube to please advocate this program. If possible, we're going to join the contest. So, next slide, Ma'am Joy. Okay, so take note, please disseminate the link for the FB group. Diba, kagahapon appeal siya sa criteria na our parents, teachers should join the wellness FB group. So this is the link. It's https .ly NWS Facebook group. So mauni for the parents. So then the Nestle Wellness Campus FB group for teachers is exclusive to Deped teachers only. So this is for the teacher. Nana po link for the teacher. Kaning sa ibabaw for the parents. The other hand, the parents FB group is open to all consumers who want to experience program. Means we will not be using the MS form. So because the parents, our stakeholders is included, especially in the support of our NWCP or the Nestle Wellness Campus program. So nonetheless, the schools are still encouraged to record number of parents they invited since this is part of the school contest. Okay, next slide. Balik sa katong second Previous slide. Okay. So here is also the link for the registration form of our FB group for teachers. Now again, this is for teachers. So just have this link, https DITLYNC Northern Mindanao 2021. So this is for the teachers if you want to register in the wellness. Wellness, ano itong gisbutan ha? The wellness program. So we follow 2 steps. Teachers register in the Microsoft form. It's based on the link. And then upon completing the form, a link to FB group will be provided. Teacher goes to FB group and answers the screening questions. In the new works, the new works group, this is the in charge of the program, will validate the data from the INIS form before accepting the member in the okay, take note for that for the teachers. And then next slide, Ma'am Joy. Okay, lastly, here's the link for our Nestle Wellness Campus materials because this said you will be given modules but in a PDF form, in a soft copy. So, kani ang link because still the use of the module is part of the contest if you will be joining. Again, it's not just a matter of joining the contest, but it's very important that we advocate the program for because at this time we need this one, being well as a person. So this is for the module, for the student, for the learners, and for the parents. This is entitled Hygiene and Immunity Modules. Wellness in Life, Dance, Exercise, Music, and Video. So nakagyapon dito. The registration form for inter-school competition with a copy of the program mechanics. So nakagyapon diri nga link. https://bit.ly/NWC Modules 2021. So again, take note, school heads, teachers, these are the things that we have to take note on the wellness program. Okay, and for our action plan, for the implementation plan rather, so you are required, we will be issuing memorandum. Siguro katong nag-join karon, we will give you time. Please submit the implementation plan on the 3rd week of September. Again, 3rd week of September, but we will be issuing memorandum. So, na memorandum nga i-issue na mo. Take note ha, kasi ang uban na pod mag-submit late. Ang uban, kung wala igni during the mancom, late. Kay dili kabalo unsay mangayo pang uban, ma'am, gain ni sa format. So that's why I encourage you to join our activities. You will be needing again, this is a help also for the school heads and for the teachers in your performance. So we have to implement all the special programs and projects in our respective schools. So this is the implementation plan, Nestle Wellness Campus Program, school year 2021-2022. So mauni ang format and the signatory, prepared school head, or rather the objective nimo. You can have this one, all the data, you can review what was presented yesterday. If you want to ask the soft copy of what was being presented yesterday, just tell us because we will be providing you of the soft copy sa present kagahapon sa taga Nestle Philippines. So objective, activity nga himuon nato, persons involved, timeline, resources. So if possible, the resources, dili siya pwede kuha dato dito sa MOE. We can source out other no? Or if there are some donations and the expected outcomes, the risk factor and the risk mitigation and then expected outcome. Prepared school head, take note the signatory noted by the PSDS or the district in charge. No, the district in charge. That's why kagahapon we included or I am hoping karon appeal ang ato ang mga PSDS says kung naamang gali Ma'am Jo, murag na si Ma'am Jo ang atong mga district in charge, no? So noted sila in the implementation plan. Assessed by yours truly, and then recommending approval ni Chief Maria Camila Ablin, is GOD Chief, and then approved ni Sir Eddie. So again, if you can pass the hard copy in the division office, we will start accepting this next week with the sports implementation plan. So this is for the wellness. Okay, so that's all for the wellness. Any clarification from the group?
Hello, ma'am. Morning.
Sir Dan. Yes, Sir Dan.
Ma'am, regarding ato bitong module, katong link sa module, ang tanan ba maka-access ato? Katong o ang katulang naka-register sa mga FB group?
Mo register sa daan, Sir Dan.
Okay.
Register sa,
So, meaning, dili may maka-access dito kung dili may maka-register daan.
Naa dito ang kuan, ang unsa ni, ang katong mga forms, to dito tanan
Okay.
sa module.
Okay. Salamat.
Welcome, Sir Dan. Any other clarification regarding sa wellness nato? So naatoy timeline kagahapon gihatag when will be will be showing na lang memorandum kung kanus ata mag division level for the wellness competition, and then the regional natoy mga schedule. But anyway, starting Monday, please i-appeal na nato ang atong wellness program sa ato ang school activities. Okay, so wala na yung question or clarification. If none, then we'll proceed to the sports. So kani siya may importante pod, no? Ang atong sports activities. Again, baliko na ako ha, please disseminate the registration of the sports heroes tomorrow 2 to 5 na registration. Murag karon siguro to taman ang registration. So please, kay gamay pa ang Lanao del Norte. Help disseminate the information. Okay? Ma'am Joy, pwede i-slideshow siya. So we'll now talk on the sports. So kaganina, gidiscuss na ni Sir Raymond regarding on the Depedldn sports skills. But I included it, I added, and virtual provincial meet. This will happen on November 10 to 12. Sige. Next slide. So take note the date, November 10 to 12. Unsa nga mga sports nga for demonstration sa skills katong the mechanics, the guidelines pariho sa gi-share ni Sir Raymond. Anyway, katong gi-share ni Sir Raymond kaganina, nanatay contestant because the activity will happen, regional competition will happen on October, second week sa October, I think October 15. So nanatay gi-identify nga schools because we duha ra pud ka school ang gi-ask from Lanao del Norte. We have Arnis Balui National High School and basketball for Lala National High School. So they are starting having their training, and I'm hoping take note, observe the health protocols, and ask Sir Danny. I hope nahimo na ni Sir Danny and ni Sir Pablo Nisnisan as also permit from our local IATF. But for the practice, pwede naman siya, no? For Sir Danny and Sir Pablo, pwede ra siya, you're going to have it individually, mag-practice sila sa balay, and then mag-set na lang dayon, mananghid, set na lang that we will be together. No? But anyway, inyo ka na siya nga kuan, as long as you will ask permit from your local IATFs. Okay, so Sir Dan and Sir Boy, Sir Pablo. So, we will be mag-pattern sa ato ang virtual provincial meet, atong i-pattern, kadili man tag yun, pwede o face-to-face at this time. So, atong i-pattern ang atong activity sa kaning demonstration skill. So, unsa nga mga event nga mag-go for the demonstration skills. Katugyapon siya, i-show ninyo, i-showcase ang i-group gihapon, i-showcase ang unsa ni ang ilang skills on that specific sports, specific discipline with the choreography and the dance movement, whatever. So kaganina natin nag-question nga naman to'y aids, di ba? For secondary. But sa tuwa sa provincial level, appeal ang elementary o secondary. Ato lang sigurong pilion katong mga bata nga kuan. But during the practice, please do it individually sa ilang mga balay. Pwede ra dayon ninyo videohan, pwede naman siya kanang nagkuan ang bata and then i-video, i-merge na lang dayon ninyo, iusa sa kuan kanang ansa ni video unsaon na niyo pagpamaagi na maka-come up, no? And before this, mag-district level siguro, or you can have it sa inyong school, but again, do it virtually. Mao ni dilemma sa mga school heads when they are depending their OPCRF because sa sports wala gyud, no? Kay last year wala man tay sports nga gihimo. Ang inyo ra napakita katong sports implementation plan nga naa dito sa inyong school. Kato na pong nakasubmit, not all nakasubmit. So I'm hoping this time, this year, all schools can submit their sports implementation plan. Again, same with the wellness. This is part of your OPCRF, of your performance. So para dili ta makuan unya at the end of the year, of the school year. So please comply lang ta. And for the school level, you can do this one, school level, no? So magsugod ta, ini competition lang virtually. So mao ni mga sports, arnis, basketball, badminton, boxing, baseball, gymnastics, taekwondo, katong sa taekwondo ani mo sa pumsay man siguro, sa bana katong dili ko ano, basta skills lang niya. Sipak takraw, softball, futsal, football, volleyball, wushu, wrestling, and dance sports. So, mauni siya ang for demonstration skills. After this, siguro this afternoon lang, after the lunch break, I would like to ask all tournament managers to be back in the platform because we will be having our meeting regarding on this activity. Okay, so next slide, Joy. Kunya na lang siguro ang question after my presentation. Ma'am Joy.
For a while, ma'am, we are having a technical problem.
Si Patrick, si Elisa ma'am, no? Ma'am, check ako.
Okay. So,
Ma'am
okay, thank you, Ma'am Joy. So, maoning di sports for actual performance, pero it does not mean nga mag-usa tatanan ani, no? So, videohan lang ni nato. Do the video later at with the tournament managers, amo lang ning meetingan unsaon ni siya. Archery definitely and athletics. But for chess, i-deliberate pa. Mauna akong gibutangan siya og asterisk, chess, at tennis, and billiard. So ako pa siyang gikuan because we will be having meeting this afternoon. So mao ni ang sports nato nga actual performance nga videohan lang siya. So for example, athletics. So namoy entry, example lang in secondary ang nakasign nga na at kuan sa athletics na ako bigyapon siya di ba na may 100 meter katong 500 meter ang sabi ng mga kuan sa athletics the same gyapon ang i-observe ipadagan ng bata videohan with the time pag end dito tan-awon iyang time pero synchronize sabutan pa ni siya but anyway ingana siya ingana ang buhaton no nato kuan lang siya initially okay. Next, Ma'am Joy.
No, unsa man siya dear?
Kaganina gi-explain na ni Sir Raymond, dili na ako kay kani siya this again kani siya nga ako ang katong explain ni Sir Raymond kami sa national level ni o sa regional na natag-identify ani nga mga school no so wala na siya wala na ako na delete sige next slide lang Ma'am Joy. Dugay yung turnout sa kung ano okay sige nabi nga before sa general so the division finals atong ana na shall be managed and supervised by the personnel of the school governance and operation division and then we have to comply kani sa mahitabo ni siya during sa inyong training kung kanus amo mag school level i-appeal dito sa inyong implementation plan and then kanus amo mag I am hoping the PSDSS or the district in charge or also or the district sports in charge focal person to also have this one before November. Then comply the restriction from the IPF, particularly in the conduct of various sports activity in our schools. The contest shall conducted virtually. Take note. Kani dili ni siya duha. Participating group shall submit recorded entry of their performance based on the requirements set and the guidelines for the submission of entries. So again, pwede siya by district magsabot for the demonstration skills computation in a certain district na school nga ma-assign baka siya sa ARNIS, mao ang i-demo with the following the katong guideline nga giingon ni Sir Raymond kaganina and then another school unsa ka iyang assign sa iyaha ang anak para maka-participate or kaning nga skills ang iyang i-demo ang iyang sa iyang dance kibali concept skills sa basketball or skills sa badminton or skills sa actually wala na ako na-appeal ang swimming dito appeal ang swimming kaya maglisod pa man siguro ta sa swimming o gamit og pool no so dili pa siya pwede ma-actual nato kay ang MCC di pa man magamit so ang swimming appeal dai siya na limtan nako wala na appeal dito nako butang appeal siya dito sa demonstration skills for in that specific sports, no? Anyway, we'll be showing memos regarding on the requirements and the guidelines and the schedule of the activities. Okay, Ma'am Joy. Okay, the school bar district sports officer is primarily responsible in identifying, selecting, participating student athlete that would be in the best position to form, prepare, train a group, exhibit the sports skills, talent demonstration piece. The school is allowed to enter or field maximum of 2 groups that will showcase distinct by school ni siya, no? Distinct sports performance. Not to the regional but to the wala na ko na-edit. Ako magudang ipag-edit lang murag ma-pattern siya sa kuan. To the division competition or the provincial meet na to the provincial competition. So as an example, the first team exhibit taekwondo, explain na ni Sir Raymond. While the other team exhibit basketball or dribbling skills. So pwede siya in a school or in a district. So kato kung explain ka ganina. Any sports, yung skills in that specific sports, pwede mo iyahang gaman o exhibition or a dance movement. Okay. The next slide. Enjoy. Okay, so kami na ni among ana ni nga kuan kaganina gid kuan naman ni kaganina ni Sir Raymond. So sa among ana ni nga N. Okay, next slide. Kani wala ni siya labot. Supposedly magbutang unta ko aning activity nga kanang ato ara gyud pero wala na ko ni na edit, no? So but anyway, we'll be showing memorandum on this regarding the activities kung ano sa mo mag school base, ano sa mo mag district level, and of course, definitely our provincial level will be on November 10 to 12. Next, Ma'am Joy. Okay, ay wala lang ni siya, wala ni appeal gyapon kay kani siya focus raman sa secondary, sa high school. I-explain na ni kaganina ni Sir Raymond. Next slide, Ma'am Joy. Okay, sige. Next slide. Okay, sige, kani. During the contest proper or during sa atong provincial meet, of course, we have to comply also the ITF. But ang mahitabo ani, the tournament managers or the officiating officials nagita isa ka area, for example, ang usala maka Arnis and Wushu in one gamay ramang pod, no, dili gyud officiating official, dili tanang officiating official, kato lang choose nato tournament manager with some kuan lang siguro at least 2 or 3 na appeal siya judge, no, in one area. Then dito providean mo og mo to request nako and I'm hoping ang ma-approve na unta ni sir. So mag-request ta og katong ato ang para internet nato, no, wifi para to monitor or dito mo magtanaw, no, ang officiating team. Okay? So district contest depend nakuha siya. Wala kayo ginakuha na ko nakuha. No? Technical committees, kita na, will be given full discretion as to the contest format to be adapting depending on the number of the entries. So, for district, with daghan nga mga entry, daghan nga school, auto-click kaganina, you can just arrange lang unsa nga mga schools ang mo present in that particular sports event or discipline. So, for the division final or provincial meet, it should be a single round performance. Isa lang yun. Okay. So, district finalist na ang atong kwaon, no? So, we are expecting, dili siya lang siguro nato i-district, but we can do it by municipality na lang. Kay in, for example, Lalat, so tulo siya ka district, so daghan siya ang entry. no? So iusa lang nato. So for example lala, isa lang gid ka entry siguro for unsa nga school ang arnis, unsa nga school ang basketball, ang kungan, but for the athletics same with katong actual performance, no? So okay. If you have some questions, just have it later na lang, no? Okay, next slide, Ma'am Joy. Okay, entries containing the performance of the team shall be recorded. Recorded ra gyud. This is for the tanan, including also katong actual performance sa athletics, i-record na nato videohan. Pero dungan siya, no? Dungan nato pa-perform during the provincial meet na. Okay, performance shall be done within 2 to 3 minutes. The same gyapon katong ingon ni sa Raymond kaganina. Performances shall be accompanied by any music or any musical instrument of choice. This is for the demonstration skills. Wearing of appropriate attire, uniform, costume is encouraged. You can use props and other paraphernalia, stunts and other acrobatic pyramids. Dili siya, discourage siya kay harm pa siya, no? It can cause harm to our athletes. Okay, next slide. Ma'am Joy, next slide. Okay, so the same gyapon, no? Kaganina, ang venue nato, school gym or any stage or any venue or hall that has space wide enough, free from any protruding object. I-discuss pa ni kaganina ni Sir Raymond, pero ako lang usam na usap kwan pag i-localize nga sa atoa na nga end diri sa atong division. Okay? So the venue shall comply with the existing guidelines on the current dress of the level category being enforced by the local IATF. And the size of the performing stage, magyapon, no? 10 meters, 10 by 10 meters. The floor space must be small. Then the venue lighting, uniformly out design, nagyapon siya, no? Pero pag during sa kuan, ipausa na sila perform anyway, we're praying nga okay na gyud unta ta next month mawala na gyud dili man ni siya mawala, but rag ma-minimize di po rin ko dili mawala, no? We're praying nga maundang na unta ni atong pandemic. We're praying nga ma-minimize na unta ang kaning ato ang mga tuan karon, no? So okay, that's all for the venue. Next slide, Ma'am Joy. Okay, so judging, mo na to kung giingon ka ganina, dili lang kayo ta ani kani kayo pattern man gud national. So mag-arrange na lang siguro me together with the tournament manager this afternoon during our meeting kung who will be the judges or katulamang officiating officials nga i-identify, no, nato, and then online scoring gihapon, and prior to the start of the contest, drawing by lots will be conducted to determine in order the presentation which you recorded performance and participating team. So anyway, again, ma-enhance pa ni nato and will be issuing memorandum regarding our upcoming activities. Okay, next. Next slide. Ay na lang ni siyang judging, no? Okay, so criteria, the same na nakaganina. So, money criteria. Okay, take note lang. Muna discuss man siguro ni Mr. Raymond kaganina. Ayun na lang. For the criteria, tanawan ninyo daan. I do not know kung kuan ba ni Mr. Raymond kaganina. Basi na-show ni niya. But you can capture also this one para na-atay guide, no? For judging. Okay. Next slide. Next, Ma'am Joy. So take note yun ta, COVID-19 risk mitigation. Okay. Next, Ma'am Joy. So this is division sports skills demonstration contest. Ato So technical guidelines and the conduct of our division sports competition contest will be announced through a memorandum. Kaganina mo ni mga questions, no? Okay, next, Ma'am Joy. Yan na lang siguro ng mga question and answers. Kami, kasi mga question mo, are all schools required to join? Yes. Depende na lang sa inyong arrangement. Okay. So lastly, I will be presenting to you the school sports implementation plan. So mauni ang format, please follow this one. So the same ra siya sa wellness na plan. So you will be submitting school heads, prepared school head yun ha, dili kay ang human, prepared sa sports coordinator or prepared sa wellness focal person, dili. School head yun, kaya ani naman sa division. So, will not be accepting if ang nag-prepare ang mag-noted na lang dayon ang school head. No. Ikaw din ani school head ang mag-prepare, bisan og nag-prepare ang imong school sports coordinator or ang imong wellness focal person, but ikaw din ani kay anhin naman sa division. So mao ni ang format. Pari-pariho ra sa kungan basig na mangutana sa memorandum ang akong ibutan dito ang deadline of submission lang. Next week siguro na mugawas ang memorandum for the deadline of the submission of our wellness Nestle Wellness Campus Program and School Sports Program Implementation Plan. But again, I would like to ask everyone to start doing it, having it, school heads, and you can pass it tomorrow, or rather next week. No? Kung nakahuman na, you can pass as early as next week because siguro the deadline for the submission will be on the last week of September. So, mula pas ana, may uban nag-submit. Napoy uban, nalipay ko kay nay uban antik na kaayo, nag-submit na sa ilang sports implementation plan ahead. So, naay murag tulo man siguro yung ka-schools na nag-submit na. So, wala lang sa nako i-actionan, but katong nag-submit, please, usba lang kay the format and the signatory, dili man mao. So, katong nakasubmit na nga tulo ka eskwelahan, wala lang nako giuli. It is in my hands, pero dili na ko siya ma-consider kay ang iyahang format dili man mao and with the signatory, no? So please take note para dili ka mangutana din. Ang uban dayon pangutana wala ka gama. Please relax. Mao na nag-ingon ko, school heads should be present here sa ato ang webinar, this 2-day webinar on wellness and sports para dili na ta magsigig pangutana. Okay? Okay, so that's transpire my presentation this morning. If you have some question, queries, you can ask it or you can type it on dyan, basig nasa chat box, and we're going to entertain some questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Arlene. So participants, you may now raise your clarifications or questions regarding the discussion from Ma'am Arlene. So any questions, clarifications from our participants?
From Salvador National High School, Ma'am Arlene, ako'y pangutana.
Okay, sige, go ahead.
Ang Pag video sa kuan ma'am, adto pa mig MCC ma'am.
Dili naman
Sa
sa
inyong
school.
school.
Dito ra sa
Within sa
Dili
school
na
ra.
bata ko. Kung ang bata pero tagsa siya dili ninyo dunganon. Or kuan murag ana. I-schedule na nato ato pag ang plansahon Ma'am Shi ang schedule pero dili for now wala tay activity sa MCC nga bungaton. Dito ra gid na sa inyong mga area. Tanan video ra gid tanan ang ifuan. So for the athletics, amo pa nang i-modify, i-include dahil namo sa memorandum ang guidelines.
Ay, okay ma'am. Thank you ma'am.
Okay, welcome Shi.
Okay. Any additional notifications from our participants? Sir Edwin, you are muted. Sir Edwin Birondo, kindly turn on your microphone, sir. You have your questions or clarifications, Sir Edwin.
Sir Edwin, if you have some clarification, yan na lang siguro, i-ask mo na ako all tournament managers, please be back at 1 o'clock para sa atong meeting for our upcoming activities sa sports. Take note, be sure lang you signify your attendance and also you answer the katami because this will be our basis for your participation, certificate of participation. I'm planning if nauntay makapresent sa implementation plan pero I doubt na magpapagin siguro yung nakagama. So, like last time, nag-present mo sa inyong implementation plan so that I can give to you the recognition. Kung wala pa magiging siguro yung nakagamaani, so you po ang memorandum and hard copy submitted.
Okay, so I guess there's no more clarifications or questions. So as per instruction from Arlene, our officiating officials from Marlino and coaches, they are tournament managers. They're advised to be back for a meeting at exactly 1:30 this afternoon. So for your katame, please, for our tournament managers, please do use the same link for this afternoon's meeting. Same ang link nga gamiton nato. So for your katami, please don't forget to have your katami. And I hope Ma'am Joy, I guess she has with her the katami link. She will be posting it in the chat box.
Dana, Ma'am Jen.
Okay. So participants, the katami for these activities is being posted now in the chat box. So Sir Mario, do you have your queries?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So Ma'am Arlene, no more additional announcement, Ma'am Arlene, to make?
Ma'am Jen, pahabol.
Okay, Ma'am Joy.
Question from Ma'am Christine in the chat box. Good morning. Question po, for elementary level, what are the sports for competition entry?
The same lang gihapon katong naman to'y mga sports, unsay sports for demonstration skills and also kato sa actual. But aside sa actual performance, only athletics siguro for the elementary. Pwede na siya. But katong sa demonstration skills, pwede tanan. Mamili lang sila kung unsa nga skills lahang i-demo through dancing, using the skill of that specific sport. Okay, so, tanan, elementary ka po. Depende na kung naka-post ng mga sports, daghan-daghan to siya, no? So, kato siya, ang elementary.
Okay, so Ma'am Christine, I hope you're clarified by the answer of Ma'am Arlene. So for your crafting for the output, for your sports implementation plan, per information from Ma'am Arlene, I would like to reiterate that she will be issuing a division memorandum for that. So Ma'am Arlene, let's call this a day.
Okay, Ma'am Chen, thank you so much for all the participants, the school heads, teachers, coaches who joined us in this activity. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ma'am Chen. Thank you, Chief Maricar, and to SDS, Sir Eddie, Naria, and also to our ESDS, Ma'am Rosemary Masisar. And to everyone, thank you and God bless. Hope to see you in our virtual, first ever virtual provincial meet. We're hoping
Ma'am Lane, can we have a virtual picture taking?
yes, sige, Ma'am Joy. Okay tayo, Ma'am Joy.
Okay, participants, kindly turn on your video. Mag-group picture po tayo. Hi, Miss Mai.
Ma'am Arlene, aminod
Hello,
jud ko
Miss
maayo.
Mai. Salamat. Salamat sa pag-join.
Aminod jud ko sa lecture ganun until now. Seryoso po, char.
Salamat. Okay, we need
Wala na
your support, our mga partners.
Yes, ma'am.
Wala na naman. Can you turn on your camera, Ma'am Berna, Sir Danilo? Not Sir Danilo rin.
Tanak ko.
Hi, Sir Dan.
Hey. Okay. Last, 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much for your participation. Be safe.
In office ni nato, appeal ni sa inyong in office, mga school head, all the participants. So you can, this one, sa ato sa inyong certificate niya, attach niyo. We'll be keeping certificates. Salamat. Salamat sa tanan. Balik ka niya, Sir Dan, Sir Edwin, Berna, Ma'am Jenny, and the rest of the tournament managers. Kung naman na si Ma'am Richelle.
Yes,
Ma'am Richelle, salamat sa tanan, no? Thank you. Ma'am Hasmin, Ma'am Sol, salamat. Ang deadline week last lang. So, ang mana mo, sa last week sa September ang deadline. Pero na-memo ako ni Hatag.